Hi, it's G from Native Speakers Academy, and I want to talk with you a little bit about ethics. I'm sure you've heard the word very often, but not thought about it very much. And I want to talk to you about the difference, the void, the gap, the abyss that is the difference between ethics and morals. Those two terms. Are you an ethical person? Do you have a moral foundation for your life? Those two terms, they're used pretty much interchangeably in society. And this is a huge mistake. It's an epic mistake which has consequences for every single person. Some of you might already be aware of a difference. Some of you might see perhaps morality as more religious, but that's not the point I want to make. And there's a lot of talk about whether or not businesses are ethical, whether or not ethical commissions should be set up to study whether something is right or wrong. There are even university positions, bioethicists. What does a bioethicist even do? Why would we need one? Well, ethics are cultural. Part of your culture. Part of the cult of society. The habits, the fashions, the traditions. And as habits, fashions, and traditions migrate over time, they change. They are altered as we alter the native with alternatives. They can be manipulated with the right plans and a few pokes and nudges, maybe even a shove. A little bit of pressure for us to move in a certain direction, and then we have new habits, new customs, new traditions, new fashions, which is part of the focus of our wonderful society, the new of everything. And so the point is, we can manipulate the ethics of society. People can be moved and persuaded through reason, forms of reason, which will just be fallacies. The fallacies we'll get into another time. It's a great topic. I didn't even discover it until about 5 years ago. How I survived the first 35 years of my life without understanding fallacies, I have no idea. In fact, I probably didn't survive it. Right. Anyway, morals, morality, moral code. Morals are rocks. Rocks that the whole universe, as we understand it, has been built upon. They are undying principles. They don't move. They don't change. Whatever was bad is still bad. Whatever was good is still good. And if you want a classical example of this, find a copy of the original Christian commandments. They have been simplified over time, but they're hard, they're fast, they're strong. They were right. They were the right path for us to travel down. And we have slid from a moral society into an ethical society. And that which is not moral, to build morale, is by definition immoral and destructive. So you can take your ethics and you can fold them neatly and put them away somewhere where the sun doesn't shine. And build yourself a fixed set of personal morals that you can build a bridge into your future from. You will be a rock for yourself and a rock upon which other people can climb and stand. And it won't be easy. People will hate you for it. Because the more light that's shone in goodness, the more obvious the darkness is. And the more good that people do, the more obvious it is what is negative in the environment. So it won't be easy, but it's the only way to make it good, to make it better, to make it right. You can't change the world, but you can change yourself. And that's where you begin. Build yourself a list, carry it with you, put it on your door, on a wall somewhere. Let other people know who you are and what you stand for. Do not be manipulated. And to get you started, you need to have no gods before reason and evidence. No gods before reason and evidence. Set that as your first principle. The rest is up to you.